Hey everybody, the cameraman here. Today is Monday, August 8th. It's 8:36 a.m. and I'm back at Brookhurst Towing to ask about the towing contracts again, because I was told in my comment section of the first video I did about this, apparently the guy I spoke to is not actually the owner. I was told by one of the tow truck drivers that was not the owner, and so I'm back to ask again, because anything that gentleman said to me I have to completely throw out the window, because he lied to me. So he could have lied about everything else. So I'm going to find the owner, ask the same questions, and that'll be it.
When I entered Brookhurst Towing, I was not recording because, as far as I'm aware, Brookhurst Towing is a private company and they're not public employees. Because I was not recording, I'm going to reenact the conversation I had between myself and the Brookhurst Towing employee. When I approached the counter, I was greeted by one of the most friendliest sights to be seen. "Can I help you?" "Hi, I was here on June 4th. "You're gonna have to speak up." "Hi, I was here on June 4th and I spoke to the owner about your towing contracts, and I found out that the person I spoke to was not the owner, and I was told to come back during normal business hours to ask for an interview. And do you have a Joey that works here?" "We don't give interviews here." "But I was told to come back." "We don't give interviews here. Do you have a car here?" No." "Then we can't help you." "Well, then can I at least get a picture of your prices before I go?" "Yeah, that's fine."
Okay, I just got done with Brookhurst Towing, and I asked about the towing contracts, and I was told we don't give interviews. So whoever commented there, I'm going to put that screenshot up now. Okay, and I did say your name there, so I don't know if you're going to get repercussions because of this. But what's the big secret? I mean, we have one in the quote-unquote owner that had no problem telling me license, but he's not the quote owner, and I actually go to speak to the actual owner and nobody wants to talk. What's there to hide? All you got to do is say yes or no, then you're legitimate. Well, what are you hiding? It's a simple yes or no question. And I told her I'm not interviewing, I'm not recording, I'm just asking a question. So I don't know, at this point now I have to take everything that gentleman told me and throw it out the door, and I have to assume now that possibly Brookhurst Towing may or may not have contracts with certain cities, or if they do have contracts, some may be expired and some may not. But if I would have been able to ask the owner, we would have been able to determine this. But until I can get a solid answer, it looks like I'm gonna have to go to the City of Buena Park Police Department now and ask them about that, as well as the City of Anaheim, because I was told by the quote-unquote owner that they have a contract with the City of Anaheim, and I'm going to be making a public records request there today, so that's not out of my way. And I will be, after I'm done with that, I will also be going to the Buena Park Police Department and asking them the very same question. Do you have any contract with Brookhurst Towing for the City of Anaheim?
Yeah, I'm sure, because it's one of the towing companies.
Okay, because they refused to tell me. And is Sergeant Starkey on duty today?
Sergeant Starkey?
Yes, I have
Not too sure. And I want to tell you whether we have like an actual contract with them. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I know that's one of the tow companies we work with, but it's not necessarily that we have a contract with them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't want to tell you that and you know, take my word for it.
Because I actually went down there to ask about that, and I was talked to the quote owner, I was told, and I later found out, well, this guy is not the owner. So I went back there to ask them this morning, and they told me we don't give interviews. So now I have to go to the city, well, I'm city of Anaheim here, I got to go to the city of Buena Park now to find out, because I just want to make sure is they're up to date and accountable. Hey everybody, the cameraman here. Today is Monday, August 8th. It's 12:49 p.m. and I'm in front of the Buena Park Police Department, and I'm going to ask if they have a towing contract with the city of, with Brookhurst Towing, because Brookhurst Towing didn't want to answer my questions, and the first guy apparently is not the owner, so I have to take everything with a second wind, and instead of just going to the source, I have to go to the clients now. So, let's see, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and then office hours. I just have a quick question. Does the city of Buena Park have a contract with Brookhurst Towing, an up-to-date contract to tow vehicles out of the city of Buena Park?
I'm aware that we have a contract. I do not know the last date of that contract. I can talk to someone in our traffic department.
Okay, thanks, because I went there this morning because I originally went there and asked the very same question, and I spoke with a gentleman who said he was the quote owner. Okay. And I later found out that he wasn't the owner, so now I have to backtrack, and because basically take whatever he said with a breath of wind there. So, and I went back this morning, they told me we don't give interviews, so now I have to go to the clients instead of the horse's mouth, so.
Okay, we do have a contract, but I'll have to walk back to our traffic department to see when it was last negotiated.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You can have a seat if you want.
Thank you.
So because it's lunchtime, our traffic secretary is out to lunch.
Okay.
I spoke to one of the officers in the back. He said he's not aware of the where I can find the contract. So if you wanted to wait or come back, he said she's probably going to be back in about half an hour. Okay. So you're more than welcome to wait. If not, you can always come back. It would be even better to come back tomorrow because our traffic sergeant will be here.
Okay.
It's up to you. I just don't want you to wait if she doesn't.
Oh yeah, it's just that I'm trying to see if I'm going to be busy tomorrow at all.
Okay.
Okay, I'll come back tomorrow. Then what time will he?
Okay. After 9 a.m.
Okay.
Would be good.
All right. Thank you very much. Hey everybody, the cameraman here. Today is Tuesday, August 9th. It's 11:19 a.m. and I'm back heading towards the Buena Park Police Department to find out about the towing permit, or contract, whichever one they have, about Brookhurst Towing. I was told to come back today because the person that would really help answer my question would be their traffic sergeant, and he was out to lunch at the time, so I'm back to get an answer. I was here yesterday and I spoke with, I didn't get the name, but I was here 12:40 something, and I was asking about the towing contract you have with Brookhurst Towing, and I would like to see, or I just like to at least know that they have an up-to-date contract with the city of Buena Park to tow vehicles. And I was told the person that would really help answer my questions would be the traffic sergeant, and he was out to lunch at the time, and I was told to come back tomorrow.
And see if he's here, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Vehicle, sir? Is this regarding a specific vehicle?
A specific vehicle? No.
Okay, just a general
Yes, just in general.
The gas mask. There are pictures since I didn't get a chance yesterday.
This is all your information, right?
When does it, because she has just as much right as Tricia. So Tricia
Please
can't
take a ban for water
say,
skiing
"Look, I
on the
have rights,
street."
so I'm taking the baby considering she has rights too. So when does that become an issue? I mean,
We spoke to yesterday.
Okay.
They misinformed him. He actually doesn't work on Mondays, so he
Okay.
wasn't out to lunch. He is, however, out on a traffic accident call today,
Okay.
right now. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take. They have to clear the cars and everything, do their investigation.
Okay. Well, do you know where it is? Because I can just stop on by on the way back.
It's internal.
Oh, it's internal.
Yeah, the office is internal. So there's not like a window you can go to or speak to him.
Well, I'm talking about because if I'll wait for a little while, but if he doesn't show up, I'll leave. But I mean, if it's past what you say, La Palma, I'm gonna have to walk back on down there.
Yeah,
if I was just ask him in person.
I'm not going to give you the address of the location of where the accident is, okay?
Okay.
I can give you his direct phone over here at the police
No, that's
department.
fine. I'll just
Are
wait
you sure?
for a little while. If he doesn't show up, I'll leave.
Okay. And also, he'll know a little bit about the contracts.
Okay.
The city is the one who has the actual copy of it.
Oh, so I should just go over to City Hall?
Well, I
then?
would see if you can speak to somebody there about the actual contract. He knows a little bit about it, but they're the ones who pulled the actual contract.
Okay.
All right.
Because I went to them already, and because I went there the first time, and and I spoke to the quote owner, and I later found out that this guy was not the owner, and he said basically they have this contract for every single one, and now I have to take whatever he said and throw it out the door because he's not the owner, and he could have lied to cover for the owner, and so I went there yesterday and asked the woman at the counter the very same question, either you or the owner, I just want to answer, and I was told we don't give interviews, so.
Yeah, they don't give interviews.
I mean,
Maybe
I'm
the
not
officer
talking
Nguyen-
about on camera. I just want an answer to the question.
Sergeant Nguyen is pretty good on camera.
Okay.
If he's okay with it, you just have to ask him really quickly. Just don't start recording.
I mean, it doesn't need to be on camera. I
Okay.
just want to know.
Yeah.
But in that case, well, I'll just go over to City Hall then and see.
Well, just explain it to me, or explain it to them how you explained it to me,
Yeah.
exactly what you said, okay?
Okay.
And hopefully there's just a little understanding. Just say, hey, I would like to have it recorded. I don't need to have it recorded. I just wanted to answer because this and this, this.
Yeah.
All right? So just go in there, because they're the ones who hold the actual
Okay.
contract. We know, the stipulations and stuff. It's not going to be, directly from the actual contract, okay? If that's what you're looking for.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thank you.
No problem. Good luck.
I've been looking to get some information about a towing contract with the city of Buena Park about Brookhurst towing. Now, I went to them already the first time, and I asked the quote owner, and as he told me, and he said, well, we have a contract for every single, Anaheim and this and that. And I later found out this guy's not the owner, so I basically have to take his statement and throw it out the door. And because, well, like I say, he's not the owner. And so I went there yesterday and asked the people at the counter the same question. Whether I don't really care if I speak to the owner, but just someone who knows about this. And I was told, we don't give interviews, and I say it doesn't need to be on camera. But I just rather know. I just want to know. And same thing, we don't give interviews. And it was kind of like a robot, just repeating the same thing. So I said, fine, I'll just go to each city and ask.
Okay, you can do a public records request. I can give you that document.
I'll make a public records request, but I don't need to fill anything out. In accordance with public records law, it need not be in writing.
Or you can email it to us if you want to do that.
Can I just get a printed out copy
Of what?
of the contract?
I need to know what
or
you need.
the towing contract for the city of Buena Park and Brookhurst Towing.
Okay. And you want them emailed or
A
on
printed
paper?
out copy.
Okay, and that's 10 cents a page.
Okay.
And you're gonna wait for it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back in 10 days.
Do you want me to call you when it's ready?
No, that's fine. I'll just come back in 10 days.
Okay, well, it might be done today. I'm saying if you want to wait a few minutes, I can try and see if I can find it.
Yeah, if it's ready, if available, that's perfect.
Hold on 1 second.
After learning how many pages it was going to be, to save on money, ink, and paper, I decided to photograph the Brookhurst towing contract instead. I would like to thank the woman in helping me in succeeding in finding the Brookhurst towing contract, as well as respecting my rights when it comes to public records requests.